making about $70 after 2 trades, 1 break even, 1 small winner, 1 was up good, 1 was not. We got a lot to get into here in this video. So you have 2 trade recaps to get into, and we are looking at a 40% win rate so far in the month across 5 trades. I have taken very few trades this month. Here's the full dashboard inside of TradeZilla. So right now we're kind of in the middle of a transitional period with different platforms and brokers and prop firms and this and that. And so all this kind of crap is kind of going on. However, we have 2 trades, and I'll verify them on the individual accounts so you can see all that stuff. Hopefully soon, TradeZilla has started to roll out the auto sync, where you can just kind of essentially just log into your platform or log into your account, and they'll take care of the rest. For now, I have to manually do this, but the numbers I've added, and they match up, so you'll see. So S&P 500 here, we have a negative 1886. That was all in swap fees. If I actually go into the trade made, I believe, like a couple of cents because I put my stop loss essentially at break even. But the swap fee was $19.14, bigger because I held over the weekend. So kind of a pain in the ass there on the swap fee. You know, it is what it is. But that was the S&P trade. We'll get into that one in a second, but let me just kind of go into the other one. That was that. So we technically lost a few dollars there. And then this one was made $90 roughly. Just shy of $90 on NVDA. Now, these are also, I will mention this, the numbers are smaller right now because we are not trading our normal size account. Still waiting on that account to be migrated any day now. Any day. They've been saying that for a long time. It's definitely getting on my nerves. But, you know, okay, whatever. We make do with what we got. So I have some skin in the game. It's not like I'm not taking advantage of opportunities that I see if I see something. So I can, but they will not be on large size, as you can see. So if we dive into it, the S&P 500 trade was taken on the 1-of-1 account, and the NVIDIA trade was taken on an Arctic funding account. Two of like the newer prop firms in the space. So if you have never heard of them, you never heard of them. But I'm testing them out, so we're gonna see how it all goes. I'm kind of being a guinea pig. But the S&P 500 trade, so 1886 we have there. I'll go into the charts in a second. You can verify that we technically right here made 28 cents, but after swap fees, we lost money on that trade. That I can even is it on here? No, it's not. This is the other account. This is a current open position on NVIDIA. So there's that one, which we technically lost on. If I go to the dashboard of this account, this is a $6,000 account, by the way. We are down $163 total on it, down $56 today specifically. This is accounting for yesterday, or I guess Friday going into today. So that's that account. The Arctic funding account, this account was where I took NVIDIA because they allow you to trade lots of stocks. When I say lots, there's a lot missing. Oh yeah, I go through it. I'm like, I wonder if they have this. Nope. Wonder if they have this. Nope. Wonder if they have this. Nope. And when I say that, it's more of the, I don't want to say obscure, not obscure, but it's the lesser volume or the less popular names. MicroStrategy's one that I looked up, not available. Kind of like weird. Ford, they have that, but Rivian not available. Like, maybe I want to trade like a couple things. It's like kind of like, you know, I wish they had that, but for now they don't. Either way, I don't trade a lot of, I want to say exotic stocks. They're not exotic stocks, but I mostly stick to your main large caps: NVIDIA, Apple, AMD, Amazon, Google, Tesla, you know, Microsoft, those guys. That's where I stick like 90% of, maybe 75, 80% of my trades are going to be there on stocks. And that's where that is. So this one right here, we made $89.60. There's no fees, no commissions, none of that stuff on this, which is cool. So that's awesome. So I like that. But if I jump over to my dashboard on Arctic Funding, let's just refresh it so you can see. But we are on a $10,000 account here. So you can see that I'm on a $10,000 account and a 6 because I'm just testing that. I'm just testing out like the new platform. I'm testing this. I'm testing the trade copier. So I'm just going cheap. My 25K account is yet to be migrated, and we're like halfway to the target. So it's like, come on, yeah, guys. But inside of here, we are technically up a couple hundred, but I have unrealized gains on this open NVIDIA position, which is up like 145. On my closed position that we see, we made 89.60, which I believe is exactly what we have, 89.60 right here. So I matched it up, guys. I'm not gonna make some bullshit up. Verified on the account, verified. Well, so when I put it in here, you're good. Ideally, though, we'll have auto sync soon, so I don't have to even do that. It'll just sync automatically. I'll just refresh my TradeZella. Trade will be in there, executions and all that, but I have the executions in here, and so we are GTG, as I like to say. On this NVIDIA trade, I actually entered here at 9:08, and then I believe, yeah, it just threw it off because I guess it's accounting for central time or whatever, so my time zones were off. Whatever, not a big deal, but I played the break here. Let's get into that. So the first trade was on the S&P, which I'll get to that one, I guess, next. I want to cover the NVIDIA because we just took a look at that chart. Here's MSTR, which is breaking out to new highs, which is kind of cool. But if I pull up NVIDIA, this is actually taken on the 5-minute time frame, ladies and gents, which I said I was not going to do a lot of. However, there is a caveat to that. Now, when I say there's a caveat, that is when we have a larger time frame confirming that we are bullish, breaking out. And if a shorter term time frame sets up inside of that, and I'm here at the desk and I'm like, that looks juicy, meets all the criteria, let's freaking go. I'm gonna take it. It's not gonna be a lot, but when I do see it and I happen to be at the desk able to trade, I will definitely take advantage of that if I can. So it was this. This was the breakout right here. So we had a big push up off of good volume. We had a little consolidation, and then we had a break to the north on increasing volume, and we got a nice little push on NVIDIA. It was a little bit over a 1-to-1 risk reward. So I got in shortly on the break, stop loss here, and I took profits just under where it hit as high of the day. So somewhere up in here, upper 960s. That was the deal. So simple trade. Breakout that I'm looking for. It's exactly what I want to see, and that's it. But I do currently have a swing trade open. This will be a trade recap in the future on NVDA because this is the reason why I took this trade is because it fits the bigger picture. So here's a 4-hour chart. I entered this last week on Friday on this little breakout right here. It's a nice breakout actually. Not amazing volume, but it's better volume than we've been getting, a little bit barely. But breakout to the upside, pushing near all-time highs. Stock's been in a massive uptrend, so it's meeting all the criteria that I want to see it meet, and we're breaking out to the upside, and we look good. So stop loss goes under breaking candle low, which is right here on the 4-hour chart, and I'm targeting actually above all-time highs. I'm targeting just shy of $1,000. That would approximately be a 3-to-1 risk reward, which is awesome. So if I get that, I'm happy. But I just moved my stop loss to break even. So my stop loss is now moved to somewhere right up in here. So I cannot lose on this. And either it's going to be a break even or we're going to make a couple $100. And that's the deal. So that's why if you jump back into here, we're up. Well, our balance technically is 89.48 in realized gains after I guess a couple cents of fees, but the equity, the current value of the portfolio is around 10,247, meaning that we're like 25% of our way to our profit target of $1,000. I'm not worried about this stuff. This is it's almost for fun. I don't want to say for fun. I'm taking it serious, but cool. We get funded, great, but I'm primarily going to be more focused on the 25K account, the larger account, and then scaling up from there. But these are all, they all can add up. If when we attach the trade copier and we're all locking in, we'll be looking good. So that's that. Now the S&P 500 trade that I want to get into was, if I go to futures here, you'll see what I was looking at. And this trade was, it's still fine. It's not bad. I didn't have to get out of it. The problem is that, in my view, we had a very nice move. So I got in somewhere in here, because we had Jerome Powell speaking, and then I did not get in prior to him finishing his speech. So I got in after his speech, which was somewhere up in here. We got a nice move in our direction. We're actually getting close to our take profit, but what I decided to do was the next day, move my stop loss to break even because I wanted to make sure we didn't lose on this trade, so I did, and that happened to stop me out today. Could I have moved my stop loss, which was down here? Could I have moved it to the original break point? Probably a better play in my looking back in hindsight, yes. but I moved it to break even. That's my standard protocol, and usually break even is right around the break point or just north of the break point. In this case, because of Powell, because of what happened last week, my entry was a little bit higher, so it wasn't perfect, but it is what it is. So that's why that one stopped me out for break even, which after fees I lost money on the trade. But it is what it is. We're kind of just almost like getting kind of back into the groove, because let me go back in here. I'll get myself off the screen so you can see it better. We don't have a lot of trading days, obviously, in the month of March. This month, this is the last week. I don't anticipate, unless NVIDIA goes to take profit, it's not going to be a very big, it's going to be essentially a break-even month. If NVIDIA goes there, cool, like we'll maybe make a few $100, but that's okay. Like in my view, it's okay. We're kind of setting the stage for hopefully, a better, I guess, I don't want to say second half of the year, but, next 3/4 of the year, because of 3 months in. But I think we're in a good spot. The thing is, I just don't want to why am I going to force stuff? Why am I going to try to do more than I need to do? No, I'm going to let things play out. We'll hopefully have the other account back soon. We'll hopefully be locked with the trade copier soon. We'll hopefully be good to go and everything. And we'll just be, rocking and rolling. So that's where we're at. As of right now, the stats are not bad. A 40% win rate. Now, not a lot of trades, but a 40% win rate. We're profitable, not by much, but we're profitable on that. I mean, that's pretty good. If you ask me, if I was to maintain a 40% win rate with my current profit factor and average risk reward, and you just kind of scale up over time or just let that play out over the next, 5, 10, 15 years, obviously that's really extrapolating very far out. I mean, that's profitable and you're making money. And I'm not going to complain about that. There's things we can critique. Obviously, we can get better. But so far, it's okay. But so there you guys have it. That's a trade recap. 2 trades in there. We had an S&P trade and an NVIDIA trade. Essentially, making a few bucks, but nothing crazy. So there you guys have it. I'll leave links to all this stuff down below, TradeZelle and stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.